The biggest threat to the future of fashion is not AI. It's not even technology. It's not even fast fashion. It's our unwillingness to imagine a different system. For too long, our industry has functioned with the linear model: design, make, produce, sell, use, discard. We debate sustainability, tinker at the edges, but still play by the same outdated rules. And now we are at a critical point, not just because of climate change or resource scarcity or economic volatility, but because consumers and regulators are demanding accountability. And our old ways cannot sustain. So I'm not here today to promote a tool, a solution, a technology, but I am here to nudge you that technology alone will not solve our problems, but neither will our fear or suspicion towards technology. If we continue treating AI, blockchain, synthetic biology as mere add-ons rather than fundamental enablers, we might fail. The future demands a systemic reinvention, not incremental fixes. We're entering an era where fashion is no longer about aesthetics or function. We're talking about big ideas, regenerative ecosystems, empowerment of consumers, ensuring that every garment we produce contributes positively to the planet and the society. Can we imagine a world where your clothes enhance your well-being, regulating mood, healing, adapting to your body's evolving needs? Can we imagine AI systems that enable hyper-personalized manufacturing, waste-free production, ensuring that fashion is made on demand for individuals and not mass-produce excess? Every garment carries a digital identity, giving full transparency to its origins, carbon impact, circularity potential. And can we imagine biofabrication replacing the extractive processes? Imagine mycelium leather, seaweed fiber, lab-grown materials that leave no toxic residues. This is not science fiction. The technologies exist today. The only missing piece are the lack of our collective will to integrate them meaningfully and adopt them at scale. The mistake we often make is that we see AI, blockchain, synthetic biology as individual advancements rather than a part of a larger, more interconnected ecosystem. But AI is not just about generating great designs. It's about embedding sustainability into the process, reducing waste, ensuring longevity. Blockchain is not just about authentication. It's about building trust, enabling circularity, and empowering consumers with verified choices. And regenerative materials are not just about innovation. They're about restoring balance to nature, making fashion a climate-positive force. Technology, when used holistically, is the greatest integrator and accelerator of change. But that change must be designed at a systemic level, across supply chains, production, and business models. Fashion's always been about great storytelling, but for the first time, our garments can tell their own story of where they came from, how they were made, and where they're headed to next. The future of fashion is not just digital. It's intelligent, it's circular, and it's deeply interconnected. With digital identities, fashion becomes a fluid, traceable ecosystem where resale, rental, repair, and recycling have the possibility to be seamlessly integrated. So what do we do as an industry? I think we need to start with redefining our roles. Designers, brands, manufacturers, policymakers can no longer work in silos. We need a collaborative ecosystem mindset where supply chains are transparent and regenerative by default. An adoption of demand-driven models where we eliminate overproduction through AI-optimized design, digital prototyping, made-to-order, precision manufacturing. I think we need to commit to traceability, where consumers deserve full transparency about how, where, and by whom their clothes were made. Digital product passports are not optional. They are the new trust currency. Investing in new materials that start their journey in a lab, biodegradable textiles, performance-enhancing fabrics. We've got a lot of real estate here. Why don't we use it meaningfully? And we need to leverage automation and robotics. Robotics, that's the interface between artificial intelligence and the material world. For circularity to work at scale, garment assembly, disassembly, fiber recovery, and recycling must be seamless and cost-effective. And now a vision for the future. We can cling to the past, resisting change until it's forced upon us, or we can lead the future, designing a fashion ecosystem that is intelligent, regenerative, and truly circular. Let me close with this thought. The future of fashion is not about choosing between tradition and technology. It's about fusing them together to produce something greater, something that serves the people and the planet. Let's embrace this transformation, not cautiously, not reluctantly, but with boldness and conviction. Because the tools we need are already here. And now it's up to us on how we deploy them. Thank you.
Thank you. What a captivating keynote. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you. So many ideas to take away. Jalaj is kindly inviting a short questions and answers session as well. So if anyone has any questions, then Jalaj can answer them. Any hands up? Yes, we have a question. I think I've met you before.
Hi, I'm Caroline from the British Fashion Council. Jalaj, thank you so much. You've been such a brilliant inspiration, actually, to a lot of the work that we do at the IPF. One of the big challenges that we always ask ourselves, and I always ask you, is the biggest barrier to get there. You know, is that how do we get out of our own way and have that courage to accelerate forward?
I think that's not an easy question to answer. I do think that sometimes we create our own limitations. As I mentioned, a lot of the change catalysts are already accessible to us. They are available, they are open. All we have to do is use our agency, or as Reid Hoffman calls it, super agency, to start making that change, however small. And I know there are many limitations, having moved from the physical world to the phygital world to the digital world, my brain exploded. But I also realized that, these silos or segmentations of what is technology, what is design, what is product development, what does sourcing do, what can quality do or not do, what's the sustainability team's focus and remit, and so on. These are all limiting factors towards moving into the future. So I do think that there's a mindset shift followed by a behavior change, but it's not easy. That needs to happen in the industry.
Thank you. Any other questions? We have one more.
Hi, my name's Chi. You just closed on there needs to be a mindset shift and a behavioural shift within the industry. But my question is more so about consumers, because we know, and I was thinking about this before you even landed on that point, and I was like, is this a limiting thought that I'm having here? Because it is a limitation that many of us who work on the consumer side of the sustainable fashion movement or system struggle with, is that adoption piece. Many of us are patient and understand that it's going to take a long time, but it's really hard to make a case for this future of consumer behavioural shifts. So how would you respond to that, I guess?
I might take a technology angle, if you'll permit me to exactly that. I think in most cases, and so my comments are not specifically pointed towards you, in most cases, we produce products based on certain demand forecasts, and then we sell those products. Companies that embark on a sustainability journey carefully enter the space, put out a few products, test them out, see how the consumer's responding to them. Typically are shy about making claims, shy about getting negative publicity. And these are all limiting factors, because today technology exists to try out a product before launching a product. So if a brand is selling to a community that has those constituents who are asking for the products, those products can be designed and tested before ever physical products are made. I know it's not possible for every single brand, but if a brand has a website and if they have an app, it's doable. And so even before the behavior shift comes a beautifully designed, sustainable product that's put in front of them to make a choice. And through those tests come insights on what the consumer really appreciates and what would go down as perhaps a sustainability effort, but a unrecognized or undercompensated effort.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay, one more round of applause for Jalaj, please.